Dear DragonCon, you and I met on Labor Day weekend, 2003, when I first moved to Atlanta. Our first meeting was brief, less than a day, but you won me over immediately. I love arriving on the first day of DragonCon when everybody is just getting there, piling up their suitcases and bins in the lobby while waiting for the key to their room. I love when I randomly run into someone I know and say, "Oh my God, hi, I'm running to whatever, but let's take a quick selfie." I love walking through the Walk of Fame on a Monday and seeing who's still there and grabbing an autograph or just a word with them when there's no line. I love falling asleep at night to the roar of the crowd 20 floors below me in the Pulse Bar. I love when someone recognizes my costume, even though it really just looks like street clothes outside of DragonCon, but they know I'm Penny from Dr. Horrible or Lorelai Gilmore. Here's to you, DragonCon, and to many more years of geeky delight. Peace. Love, Liz.
Intrepid heroes, and welcome to the Friday Night Costuming Contest, brought to you on DragonCon Goes Virtual. Now, it's my absolute pleasure to introduce you to tonight's hosts, DragonCon's own ambassadors. You know them, you love them, Bob and Carl, the sci-fi janitors. Take it away, fellas.
Whoa! Hey, everybody! Hey! Welcome to DragonCon 2020, coming at you straight from the information superhighway.
DragonCon has gone virtual, and we're here to host the Friday Night
Costume Contest. Were we in sync?
We're going to take turns?
What?
I thought we were going to take turns.
Yeah, we are. The Friday night.
Friday night.
We're taking turns. The Friday
night.
Well, you say who's Friday night costume contest. Man, working from home is hard.
Night contest. When did you convert your broom to a didgeridoo? Has it always been one?
It's always been a didgeridoo. It's a broom slash didgeridoo slash Pez dispenser slash sympathetic ear during a tough time. You know, 2020 has been tough.
Yeah.
You know what my favorite thing about working remote is?
What's that?
I'm able to host this costume contest without wearing any pants.
That's true. I'm just wearing just the tops of the hazmat suit.
Just the top of the hazmat suit. It's great. It's especially fortuitous when you're trying to learn the worm, because it means you can just move freer, you know?
Yeah? Oh, gosh. No, let's not do that.
What?
The wavy bits. Let's not do the wavy bits.
Doing the worm? What are you talking about? You need to get your mind out of it.
Let's not do the worm.
This is a cardiovascular exercise. It's 2020, man. I've been stuck in my house for 6 months. You get your cardio wherever you can.
That's what you've been doing for 6 months?
I'm getting amazing at it.
Oh, is it good for your abs?
It's amazing for my abs. You want to see?
Oh my, look at that. So
you see that?
Define.
They call that a palm pack. That's what they call that. I am cautiously optimistic about the costume contest contestants. The costume contestants with wearing the costumes in the costume contests. I am cautiously optimistic about the costume contest contestants.
The costume contest contestants.
The costume contest contestants wearing the costume contest. Wearing the costumes in the contest.
For those of you who don't know, this is different than the masquerade. And you don't have to do a song and a dance to win here. No. It's all about craftsmanship. Pure craftsmanship. Blood, sweat, and tears, and not dancing around on stage. That's what we are giving you tonight. Fantastic costume. All right. I say let's get started.
Let's get started with the where'd you go?
I'm here. I'm here.
Let me.
It's time to get things started.
Carl!
I'm here.
I can't see you.
Where are you?
There you are.
Oh, there you are.
I thought you'd gone behind the thing. What? Okay, hold on.
Oh, this way? Where are you?
Where are you?
I thought I was behind the thing.
I was behind the thing.
Hang on, I'll come back there too.
Okay. No, don't. You stay right where you are.
Now. Where are you?
I'll come to you. I keep saying I'll come to you.
Okay.
Here, let me just see if I can find you back here.
Okay, come to me.
All right. Is that you? I see you. No, that was me. All right. No.
Oh, we both. Oh, there you are. There you are. All right. Hey, let's get this thing started.
Oh yes, the youth category.
Youths. Look at these youths.
They
age under 12.
Yes, age 12 and under, not just necessarily under 12.
And under, not just 12, but 12 and under. They must have made most of the costume themselves. Yes. This is how they get you. They get you young. And then you get sucked into the world of costuming and cosplay. Never to return!
Here, I'll come to you. Here.
Our first contestant.
Contestant number one. Clara Noel
Smith.
With a little help from her mom.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Clara Noel just turned 4 years old and was ecstatic to work on her first DragonCon costume. Winifred from Disney's Hocus Pocus. Claire learned how to choose fabrics and color match, practiced her numbers using a measuring tape, and mastered the art of holding still for fittings. Truly the most difficult of tasks. She cut and helped paint the gold stencils, glued on the beautiful jewels. Mommy helped a little by sewing the dress and altering an adult wig to fit Clara. Clara loves to spin in her spooky costume, and her favorite part is the sparkling green jewel. I agree, they sparkle like the magic in her heart that we can all see.
I also appreciate the book. You get it?
Oh yes, the book. Look at that. Lovely tape work. Excellent braiding.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Clara.
Thank you, Clara. Good luck.
Oh, that was a great costume. And she's actually already planning her next year's costume. I have a suggestion if you happen to have a yellow hazmat suit.
Yeah. It's a little hard to find PPE right now, but I think you can do it.
You can do it.
Contestant
number two, we have Faith McCullough as the primary designer, and she helped with creating the piece, and Tanya McCullough helped with creating it. Oh, this is an original creation. This is Faith's original design of what the child from The Mandalorian would look like if the child from The Mandalorian decided to join the Mandalorians. Wait. So that's Baby Yoda in there? Is that a spoiler?
It is Baby Yoda grown up without the baby fat and cuteness. Now it is all
Baby Yoda. That looks amazing.
Baby Yoda grows up to be Mandalorian.
Baby Yoda got taller.
Looks good. I see the little frog legs in the pouches for when you get hungry at DragonCon, walking around, you get a little snack.
That is not
maybe
an easy
the other
contest
packet.
to make.
No,
yeah, you've got to find all that special metal and then have an XD person melt it all down. Man, talking about it smelling weird of these masks.
Baby Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's some cookie nuggies in some of those pockets too.
That's fantastic. Great job, Faith. Great job, Tanya. Wow.
Wonderful.
Baby Yoda.
Wonderful.
Hey, are my ears sticking out from my mask?
No, yours are straight up against your head.
Oh, great. Well, let's go ahead and move on to the next category.
Next category.
Next category is going to be the novice category. What makes a novice? A novice has never competed in a major competition and does not make costumes professionally.
All right. Ian Finley is our first contestant in the novice category. Ian is a high school teacher in Raleigh, North Carolina, who has used the lessons he has learned doing cosplay in his design and technical theater classes. Ooh, very nice. Look at that.
Very blue, too.
Very blue. Look at that blue, yes. Oh, and the scepter lights up. Look at that. It's got
I like the hair.
in it. Oh, look at that. It changes colors. Whoa, cool. And this is a gender-bent Jaina Proudmoore.
What's that
Very
from?
cool. It is from World of Warcraft, I think.
Oh, no way! I lost a couple 100 dozen hours to that back in the day.
Very nice. And still has the trademark shock of gold hair on the wig. Looks very good.
Fantastic.
Right.
Great work.
Good job, Ian.
All right, next up we have Michelle Harris. And this costume is designed and worn by Michelle from Atlanta, Georgia. She was inspired by one of her favorite games, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, this is over 50 yards of hand-appliqued gold ribbon and 150 plus hours of work into this costume. Wow, you can really see it too. It is a toss-up on whether she has put more hours into the game or the costume.
That is a great game. Look at that beautiful Princess Zelda.
I haven't played Breath of the Wild. Does she look like the Breath of the Wild person?
Yeah, she does.
What's her name? The girl from the Zelda games. What is her name? The girl from Zelda.
Princess Zelda.
No, the girl from the princess in the game Zelda. Not the green hair.
Princess
with
Zelda?
the hat. No. Yeah, the princess. Anyway, go ahead and do contestant number 3.
All right. Contestant number 3, David Shoemaker, who's moved on from making shoes to making costumes.
That's Godzilla
2.5.
Oh, cool.
Reverend David Shoemaker is a pastor from Alabama and lifelong Godzilla fan. This is his second half attempt at making a suit. The first one was over 100 pounds and he could barely move. The second was a failed concept and scrapped all together before getting done, and now here's the final result of several years of work. Whoa! Without any training or background in making costumes, he required a lot of trial and error to design and make this costume. But now he gets to live his dream of becoming Godzilla, king of the monsters.
Oh, that's amazing.
The Godzilla costume was a lot of fun, but it's even better to get in the suit and be Godzilla. Very cool. Those big costumes are hard. 100
they
pounds
look
is
heavy.
not surprising.
Well, and it looks...
They're big, they're hot.
Sunny out there. Wow.
Hey,
Jack, cool. Is that your Godzilla impression? Contestant number 4. This is No Sleep Till Cosplay. Yeah. This is Jennifer Carter in No Sleep Till Cosplay. Is a Maleficent, was a 6.5-month labor of love built only from what No Sleep Till Cosplay could see in the posters and the few trailers, since it was built 2 months before the movie premiered. They learned sculpting, mold making, casting, 3D sculpting, 3D printing, electronics, woodworking, and wing making. Not wig making, wing making. The animatronic 16-foot wings are electronically activated and real, and fabric feathers on an aluminum frame. The bone pieces on the dress are all hand sculpted and cast in resin. The skulls and the collar were all 3D printed and sculpted. The staff was made from real wood and labradorite stone. Wow.
Labradorite?
Check out that
from
wing
100% real Labradors.
No Sleep Till Cosplay has 12 different cosplays based on the movies and are currently working on 2 more. Holy cow! Did you see the wingspan on that?
That was big. That was big.
It was at least twice as big as it.
Contestant number 5, Hunter Smith. Vraska Cosplay, a maker from Austin, Texas, was supposed to compete in Switzerland with this year before everything with COVID happened. So why not make a stop in the Dragon Con?
Look at them
with
boots.
made from scratch prosthetics, chainmail rings, and digigrade stilts. More of this build took about 600 hours and shows off a lot of the skills that the designer has been focusing on over the years. Whether it was foam work, thermoplastic, metal work, latex, body paint, sculpting, or dyeing fabrics, there's not many areas this costume misses out on. No kidding, look at that. This costume was also featured in the August issue of Entertainment Weekly during an interview about cosplaying during a pandemic, along with some other wonderful creators. Great work. World of Warcraft Demon Hunter.
Yeah, that is incredible. Look at those boots. I would just, oh man. If we could go outside, I would go everywhere wearing that thing.
Oh, wow. Makeup's great. Look at that.
Look at the horns.
Super creepy.
It reminds me of like
nice.
Tim Curry
There's
from
tons,
Legend.
There's tons going on there. There's a lot of work going on.
Let's take a look at contestant number 6. The Heretic. The Heretic was made by Cameron Pierce and is an original creation. Now, he is the War Machine's enforcer. He is the destroyer. He is, wait for it, the Heretic.
Ooh. Good job. Nice pause.
Right? No, the pause is what makes it. Oh no. Is he coming to the camera? Ah!
No.
What happened? I stopped looking. Did he get us?
No, he missed us, thankfully. This character can be seen in action at Fear the Woods Haunted House.
Oh. Man, look at that jawline.
Good job, Cameron. All right.
That?
Very cool. Very creepy. Coming up, number 7, Theresa Speck. This is an Aurora kitty. She is cosplaying Lillian Voss from World of Warcraft. She is a new cosplayer from Virginia. She has a passion for Blizzard games and likes to bring her favorite characters to life. The reason she chose Lillian Voss to cosplay is because she is completely underrated, and people tend to forget about how amazing she actually is. The large blades she carries are Blood Surge Kel'Thuzad blades of agony that are built with plastizote to diffuse LED lighting strips. The armor is all handcrafted and made of EVA foam and foam clay, and the skeleton toes on her shoes are handcrafted out of epoxy spray. They do the special effects makeup with liquid latex and fake nail.
This is the novice category?
Oh man.
Holy cow.
I know, I'm pretty impressed by these novices.
Dang, wow. Do you want to take a look at another one?
World of Warcraft. Very popular cosplay category of the World of Warcraft.
It's a very fun game, World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
I lost a significant chunk of my adulthood to the World of Warcraft. Hey, let's take a look at contestant number 8, Nathan Smith. Now, here we have the Smith family near Gettysburg, Georgia, Pennsylvania, dressed as people from the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And Nate is Skeletor, and his wife is Evil-Lyn. The design for Skeletor was from a collectible NECA model that came out a few years ago. The muscle suit is from multiple thicknesses of upholstery foam that was cut to shape and then skinned with a thin layer. The Evil-Lyn design comes from a drawing by Emiliano Santalucia. All of the armor was made from EVA foam and made by Nate, but anything sewing was done by Aaron. The Smiths try to always dress as a group, and more often than not, you'll find them playing the bad guys. Wow. That looks great.
Very cool. 2002 or 2000X He-Man designs. Love it.
That was a great show, too.
Great show. It's very cheap on Amazon, by the way.
Ooh.
All right, moving on. Contestant number 9, Denise LaFrenier. This is Denise's first foray into cosplay, loosely based on a Roman design. Her armor is a mix of Lego bricks and chainmail. Notice the detail on the boots and custom gauntlets. And no set of armor would be complete without a sword and dagger. Do not step on her. The cursed Lego in the foot. Kicks will not affect her. Only punches.
I need to get me a big Lego outfit.
She's got a dagger. She's armed and dangerous.
Oh, that looks great. And you can take her apart and turn her into a spaceship.
That's right. And her armor does damage. So if you punch her, you just get hurt.
Is that a drink?
Oh, and she's got a little bag and everything with some dragon juice in it. Wonderful.
That's amazing. Contestant number 10 is The Feisty Dragon by Patricia Morgan. Patty Morgan of The Feisty Dragon hails from Dallas, Texas, and is wearing her costume of DC Bombshells Comics' Joker's daughter. The corset and skirt are mostly satin fabric, and the corset features custom satin buttons down the front. The costume was made for a group meeting at DragonCon 2019 of DC Bombshells comics characters. Patricia's intention was to take a not-so-modest costume and make it something that she could feel comfortable in. The corset and skirt are mostly made of satin fabric, and the corset is lined with cotton. The sides of the skirt have two small spaces below the waistband to accommodate the belt that holds on the feather hip pieces and small Joker head sculptures. The garter belt was purchased and then dyed orange with a polyester dye. Wow. How about that? The stockings were purchased, then torn a bit, and I added some stitching to the bottom edge of the thigh band. Not me personally, but she did. She added some stitching.
Very nice. Good job. Moving on to the Journeyman category.
Ooh, Journeyman. That was a great CD-ROM video game from the early 90s.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Journeyman. You need to have at least 1 year of costume experience, have won an award at another costuming contest, have entered this contest 2 or more years, and does not make costumes professionally.
Fantastic.
All right. Contestant number 1 in the Journeyman category is Christy Holt. Little Miss Cosplay is a cosplayer from Jackson, Mississippi. She's been cosplaying since 2016. Since then, she has won several awards for her build. She designed this armored All Might based off the Golden Age hero suit that he wears for most of My Hero Academy. She started this build in October of 2019 and worked on it on and off for 8 months. All the armor pieces were built by her and out of EVA foam ranging from 2mm to 6mm. She sewed the cape and modified the shoes. The most challenging part of the build was the wig and the All Might signature banana bangs. Yeah, those must be very difficult to get those bangs to stand up like that.
Wait, are you
All
telling me
Might was
that's
a passion
wig?
project for Little Miss. That is a wig. This is her first cosplay. She designed herself, and it allowed her to be more creative with her build. She is looking forward to designing more cosplays in the future.
Yay!
Look at that. Defying gravity.
Man, that's a fantastic outfit.
Very good.
Contestant number 2 is Lady Sells by Cori Leyden Sussler. Lady Sells is a cosplayer from Maryland who has been making costumes for almost a decade and a half. Today, she's showcasing her Princess Peach costume, designed by Desi Dusa Cosplay. This costume took about 6 months to make, working off and on, and has 9 goldwork embroidery panels that took more than 18 hours and over 3,000 hand-painted and hand-stitched flower petals. When not making costumes, she works full-time as a teacher. This Princess Peach costume was a test of endurance. The hand-painting and stitching of the petals took around 2 of the 6 months needed to create the outfit. Wow, and it shows. Look at that.
I love all the peach blossoms in the design. Very cool.
We were just saying that the inside of our mask smells like peaches. Well, that's perfectly themed for the evening.
I think it's Cori's fault, maybe. Because
how about that?
That is an awful lot of peach blossoms. Look at that. Very wonderful. All right, moving on to number 3, Kerstin Keith. Keith is a cosplayer from Germany. She creates cosplays for over a decade, but it took a show like Carnival Row to make her first one with wings. The badass fairy Vignette Stonemoss was so impressive, Keith knew that she had to cosplay as the star. She started to create the coat from scratch, heavily altering a vintage pattern and embroidered. With over 2,000 pearls and leather bits that went into the decorative borders that go all around the coat and the undershirt, even though it is barely seen, but still important. The wings were the biggest challenge. They are fully posable and made of different layers of foil, wire, and a mix of foam dowels and hand-painted window color for the veins to achieve a realistic fairy look. Her name is pronounced Seitz. There we go, Seitz. Look at that. Kerstin Seitz as Vignette Stonemoss. Carnival Row. Ooh, look at, they look so good in the sunlight. Look at that.
You mess with Seitz, you're gonna get sliced.
You're gonna get sliced. All right.
Because of the wings.
Moving on.
The next contestant is Nancy Alonso. This is Nikki DiNardo from Orlando, Florida, wearing the costume of Aguilar Dinara from Assassin's Creed, the movie and game. The costume designer is Nancy Alonso. Aguilar Dinara was a master assassin of the Spanish Brotherhood of Assassins during the 15th and 16th centuries. The most amazing elements of this costume is the heavy embroidery in the jacket and the hood. To finalize the tunic, hand sew over 270 metal findings, 200 glass beads, and 78 real bird bone made in Africa. The belt consists of 4 small belts, 1 top of a wide belt, and it was made with 3 different types of faux leather, hand-painted and embossing to create the real leather at the movie. The boots were a layer with faux leather and wax cord with more metal findings and shells. The Assassin's Creed costume cannot be complete until the arm gauntlets are in place. I would agree with that. 2 faux leather gauntlets with retractable knives. It makes the assassin ready to complete his task. It looks amazing.
Look, and they work, and the little stabby gloves work. That was pretty great.
Yeah, stabby.
All right, number 5, Sarah Townsend. Owl Feathers Cosplay is a cosplayer from North Carolina who's been creating costumes since The Phantom Menace was released in 1999. Since then, she has made many Star Wars costumes, but Leia's Cloud City gown was always a dream for her. Last February, she finally decided that she was up to the task. The cape is all hand embroidered and with colors as close to the original as possible. The copper trim was hand braided, then hand sewn into the cape and tunic. Because she makes all of her costumes on a tight budget, the lining was actually made of a sheer curtain. Being creative is very important. This whole costume took about a year to make and is 50% hand sewn. The hairpiece application was made by Hero Hair with special attention paid to Carrie's original style. This costume was a dream come true for her and a labor of love. Whoa. The costume weighed over 30 pounds, but the tunic is real linen and the pants are made with cotton. Very nice.
Really cozy.
Beautiful.
Too.
Cloud City Leia.
I would hang out in my apartment like that. The next contestant, number 6, is the Socialist Revolution. That is SEW, Socialist Revolution, with Natasha Bieberfield. Natasha, aka Socialist Revolution, is a designer from the Philadelphia area who has been making costumes since 2001, attending DragonCon since 2002. This is her first costume contest entry. While she started here at DC with Star Wars costuming, she could usually be found in some kind of historical costume these days, with a major focus on the 18th century. This Outlander wedding dress is a representation of what Claire Fraser wore on the show and is made with screen-accurate linen fabric from London, woven with metallic threads throughout. The skirt has 13 very heavy yards of fabric cartridge plated to it. The embroidery is machine-made and as an applique, and each piece individually attached to create the look of falling leaves, of all things.
Wow. A lot of work in there. Lots of volume, lots of fabric, lots of yardage.
Yeah. Great work, Natasha.
All right, moving on to our next contestant. Number 7, Charlotte Murphy. Ooh. Mad LeFae. Oh, look at that. The Three Graces are a collaborative team of designers from Asheville, North Carolina, brought together by a love of creation and art. Our goal on this piece was to reflect the art of Brian Froud. Woo! It is a story of the Fae, of summer night, and an embodiment of the forest as a magical being. His work has depth of layers, texture, and otherworldly qualities, creating a reflective pool from which inspiration wells. I paint the spirit and soul of what I see, quote, Brian Froud. So true. Perhaps all women are part fairy, for what woman can deny her fairy blood when the portals to her own land are open, when the full moon sings its insistent song, when sorrow and pain and rage pulse through her body at moon times. This is why women are the chosen ones of fairy. Whew.
I would agree with that. Wow, you really got into it there for a second.
Well, hey, we're the puppetry track. We have to respect Brian Froud.
Right. Contestant number 8, Lady of Time cosplay by Elizabeth Rice. Stepping out of the Banks nursery and into the royal Dalton Bowl in the mantle. This costume is from A Cover Is Not the Book number in Mary Poppins Returns. Designed and constructed by Lady of Time Cosplay in East Rochester, New York, this outfit is meant to fit right in with the 2D animated world that Mary Poppins takes the Banks children into, as the entirety of this costume has been hand-painted. Between the jacket, skirt, leggings, hat, shoes, and petticoat, there were over 20 hours spent just on painting this costume, not including drafting the pattern and sewing everything together. To get the watercolor-like effect present in the original costume, Lady of Time Cosplay sprayed the fabric with water before painting it, with a mixture of acrylic paint, fabric painting medium, and water. I usually use fabric painting large as opposed to fabric painting medium, but that's just me.
Yes, I prefer the small.
Oh, nice.
All right, moving on to the professional category.
Ooh, the professional. Can I read this one?
The professional category. Do you want to read this one? You go.
Yeah. Professional. Either produces costumes professionally or is previously placed as journeyman of a major costuming contest. Ooh.
Okay. Contestant number 1 in professional is Brittney Fischer. Cheeky cosplay as Frollo from Disney's Hunchback of Notre Dame is designed by Sunset Dragon. This costume was entirely hand-constructed and features over 200 bats. Woo! It drove the costume maker, wait for it, batty. This costume is made from stretch velvet primarily and weighs nearly 10 pounds. Ooh, lots of jewelry, lots of tassels. Very nice. Moves around. Lots of flowingness there. Nice wig.
I do agree. Lots of flowingness. Nice cabinet.
Lots of bats. Oh, there's tons of bats. Look at all those little bats down there.
I like the hat.
They kind of sparkle. They do. That's right.
That's
She likes it like that.
I'm having trouble hearing what she's saying.
Front there.
Yeah. Could you speak up? Oh, she looks amazing.
She does.
Man, look at that outfit. Next up is Comic Crazy Studios. That is Comic Crazy Studios with Devon Baker as the primary designer. Khamira from the video game Elder Scrolls Online. This costume is made almost entirely from cow and pig leather. The garments are sewn with a mix of both machine and hand sewing. The head is built on a vacuum-formed styrene base with acrylic eyes and a moving jaw. The daggers are carved EVA foam with a PVC pipe core and wrapped leather grips on the handles. Due to the challenges with color matching and leather quality, the tunic had to be remade a total of 3 times to get the proper finished look. Oh, wow, look at that.
Do we have any mouth moving? Ooh, very cool.
Vegeta's wares if you have coin. I used to be a high janitor until I took that arrow in the knee. Oh, cool! Kitty cat,
Give me
wow!
some moon sugar. I'm here for the moon sugar.
Oh man, it's gonna take you back to Skooma.
Oh yes. All right, number 3, Katia Rodriguez. Her name is Katia. She is also known as Miss Taurus Cosplay, and she is from Central Florida. She is a costume designer who earned her bachelor's degree in fine art. She has created costumes for over 7 years. In those years, she has learned much skills from sewing, painting, airbrushing, sculpting, soldering work, LEDs, prop making, molding, and casting. This costume was inspired by nature, giving it a molten lava and horrific look by using decorative sand filler for details and dirt texture effect. It is both terrifying and challenging costume by making it a realistic feel. Look at that. The costume is surprisingly lightweight, and it takes a long time to put on, plus the makeup. So there's a lot of time putting it on, getting ready to go. Lots of detail work in the headdress and the backpack. Very wonderful.
Yeah, that's an amazing
Looking
costume.
Good.
Next up is contestant number 4, Avira Cosplay by Nicole Wilcox. Ysera the Dreamer from World of Warcraft. There are 7 months and 400 hours of work that went into this costume. The costume is based on Zach Fischer's design. It has 50 yards of thebra vines, 119 warbler roses and leaves, and 700 scales. Texture and detail were the focus throughout the costume. There is wood texture burned into the foam throughout the costume, a leaf texture imprinted into the arms and chest plate, hand-sculpted bevels and vines, and hand-carved scale textures. There are crystal warbler gems that diffuse hundreds of LEDs. The horn textures are also sculpted out of foam clay. The staff was an original design edition. It represents the moon Illune and has 2 relief carvings of Ysera in dragon form. 2 wigs, makeup, elf ears, a lot of patience, and you have Ysera, the Dreamer. Wow.
Ooh, very good. Number 5, Melissa Sowers. Created by Khamira Cosplay. This is Aerith Gainsborough from the Final Fantasy VII remake. Khamira is from Minnesota and has been creating costumes of her favorite characters since she was a child. She made the dress and jacket, 3D printed the bracelet, styled the wig, and created the necklace. Overall, this costume took 3 months to complete. The jacket took 3 mock-ups to get fit and styling right. Cool Final Fantasy costume. Seeing a lot of World of Warcraft, seeing a lot of Final Fantasy.
Yeah,
doing
wow.
some poses. Looking good.
It's an amazing costume. You stay safe, Eris. You stay safe. It's 2020. Don't go outside. Keep a close watch on your little green marbles. I worry about her. All right. Contestant number 6. Yeah, I agree. Contestant number 6. Avalone Cosplay. Avalone Cosplay, rather. Cecilia Sullivan is the primary designer. Avalone Cosplay is a designer and employee of the film industry from here in Atlanta, Georgia. They love to create original fantasy designs inspired by Tolkien's Middle-earth, and this is their most ambitious such project to date. Mandos, the grim and imposing yet beautiful judge of the dead from the Silmarillion. This costume was designed head to toe by them and features a month and a half of work. Hand beading, rhinestoning, LEDs, roughly 24 yards of slippery fabric, and a technique to create a fusion of jewelry and armor that they had to invent themselves. The circular headpiece evokes both a halo and the never-ending life cycle of the elves, whose souls he watches over. Oh man! He also doubles.
You have some Silmarillion knowledge there for me, Bob?
Yeah, I like the Silmarillion. Although I have to admit, I put it on while I sleep, and it helps me. Oh, what? Man, that is a great looking Mando. That is the hands of fate right there.
This is like an elven death god.
Yeah.
All right, number 7, Catherine Ingersoll. Kat is cosplaying as Kerstin Larson from the American Girl collection. Kerstin immigrated from Sweden with her family to the U.S. in 1854. For this costume, Kat designed her own dress fabric and included the grow line that was common in children's clothing at the time. The bonnet is made from gingham, and the apron is made from mattress tape. The eyelet lace on her pantalettes has embroidered stars as befitting an American. She completes the costume with a necklace of real amber, a gift from Kerstin's father when they arrived in America. Cool, you don't see a lot of American Girl costumes.
Yeah, how about that?
Very cool.
I used to have the recipe book. The potatoes
you can see your little studio there, and you can see the doll.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there's the little doll that she used to have everything off of. Very nice.
She was an American Girl. Contestant number 8 is Thranduil. Contestant number 8 is Thranduil by Joshua Dewart. Josh has been a Wizard of Oz fan since he was about 4 years old, and his grandmother first showed him the film on VHS. Over 200 times watching the film, and about 30 years later, he decided it was time to pursue a dream of his that he had had since he was a child, creating Glinda for himself. With 11 years of sewing and 7 years of cosplaying under his belt, he had been painstakingly recreating the costume based on a very limited amount of reference photos, especially in the high-resolution department. Josh also recreated a near-exact replica of the brooch worn by the actress Billie Burke, who played Glinda in the film. The actual pieces still exist, and Josh has been in direct contact with the company that originally created it back in 1938. They had measured it for him. The entire costume has been about 20 months in the making, with about 400 plus hours of sourcing, research, recreating, sewing, blood, sweat, and tears. And he means all of that quite literally. As Glinda said, you always had the power. You just had to learn it for yourself.
And now we would like to introduce you to this year's Friday Night Costuming Contest judges. Judge number 1, Travis Scott Merrill. He's been costuming in pro entertainment for 20 years. You see his work on stage, TV, and silver screen. You'll recognize his work in Marvel's Avengers, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and CBS's MacGyver. Please welcome Judge number 1, Mr. Travis Scott Merrill. Judge number 2, Professor Freddie Clements. Freddie has been costuming for 40 years and teaching almost 35 years. He is the Distinguished Professor of Drama and Costume Design and Technology at Jacksonville State University in Jacksonville, Alabama. He began his career in 1986 on the movie Dream West. He's also done makeup for documentaries and commercials, and since moving to Alabama, he's done predominantly regional theater. Please welcome Judge number 2, Freddie Clements. Welcome Judge number 3, Sherilyn Lambeth. Sherilyn loved to dress up as a kid and got excited when she found out she could do it as a career. She does a lot of Harry Potter, Star Wars, Ghostbusters, cosplay, and period work, and loves sci-fi futuristic builds. You'll recognize her work on Muppets Christmas Carol, Dinosaurs, and the Hunger Games. She loves participating in the Friday Night Costuming Contest because it gets better every year. Please welcome Judge number 3, Sherilyn Lambeth. Judge number 4, Robert Alsop. Robert has been costuming for the last 33 years, specializing in costume props. His work is recognized on Doctor Who, The Bohemian Rhapsody, and the forthcoming Raised by Wolves and Witcher Season 2. Please say hello to Judge number 4, Robert Alsop. Senior Judge and Judge number 5, Kathleen O'Shea David. She's been doing costuming and puppetry for over 40 years, specializes in character puppets, puppetry for stage, and Kathleen's work is recognized on the DragonCon Puppetry Slam and David and Georgina Tennant's Twitter feed. Please welcome our senior judge, Kathleen O'Shea David.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to announce the winners of the costume contest. However, we are going to start with some honorable mentions.
Welcome to the honorable mention circle.
That's so honorable.
First up, it's
we have to mention it.
The honorable mentions. First up, with best prop, it's Ian Finley. Congratulations, Ian.
For best tech, we have Theresa, Speck, Lillian, Voss. Woohoo!
Very good. Best use of materials, Denise LaFrenier.
And best makeup, Celia Sullivan. Mandos.
Wonderful.
From the Shimmerillion.
Congratulations to all of our honorable mentions. And now, to the true winner's circle. Starting off in the youth category, the prize is $50.
Ooh.
Best youth is Faith McCullough. Congratulations, Faith.
Yay!
It's
the baby
Mandalorian child.
Mandalorian. Oh, it's nice to see a fellow person who's stuck in their mask.
Wonderful.
Great work, Faith. For best novice, we have Nathan Smith with Skeletor and Evil-Lyn. Yay! Oh man, and that is a great couple of costumes too.
Skeletor and Evil-Lyn 2000 X style. Congratulations. Best journeyman,
Kerstin Seitz with Vignette Stonemoss with those amazing wings. Oh, that looks wonderful. You mess with Seitz, you're gonna get sliced.
You're gonna get sliced. All right. Next up, in best professional category, it's Devon Baker.
Woohoo! Oh, Khajiit has $50 if you have coin.
$50 of moon sugar.
Oh man!
All right,
that's gonna buy a lot of skooma.
And don't forget about our social media award, where you choose the winner. Visit us at facebook.com/DragonConOfficial to see the contestants, or log on to Facebook and search for DragonCon's page under Arts, Entertainment, and Nightlife.
Voting ends at midnight tonight, and the winner receives a free membership for DragonCon 2021.
You, the attendees, will get to choose the award, so go and vote.
Who gets to announce
now,
the
finally,
winner? We have Best in Show, ladies and gentlemen. Best in Show. Now, this winner gets $250 and a reservation for 2021 in Host Hotel.
The winner in the Best in Show category, Josh Stewart with Glinda the Good from the MGM Wizard of Oz movie.
Woo!
Congratulations, Josh.
Joshua
The outfit
Stewart!
and screen accuracy is amazing, and attention to detail. I just expect Glinda to just float away in a bubble to DragonCon 2021. Congratulations.
I like the hair. I like the couch. I like everything about this costume.
I love it. All right, so those are our winners. Congratulations to all of our contestants, all of our winners.
Thank you so much, everybody, for participating. Everyone's costume looked amazing this year.
Fantastic. And thank you, the audience, for tuning in to DragonCon Goes Virtual. This has been the Friday Night Costume Contest. And we have been very happy to be your hosts, Bob and Carl, the sci-fi janitors. Now go out there and stream more DragonCon. And hang out in the Discord. Stream!
Thanks for being here, everybody. Boom.
See you next time.